Good evening, everybody. This evening I'm going to do a little bit of a playthrough of Final Fantasy Crisis Core. Well, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII for a bit. Um, Man, this has definitely been an eventful month so far. We get the snowstorms, and there's no telling what else is going on. I've looked up it seems like every little thing that's out there has its own individual little problems. So far, from what I've noticed, it's been dealing with a lot of issues so far. Now, in most cases, as of right now, from what I've actually came to the realization of, um, what I want to do is be able to start making some new contraptions other than, like the projects such that I've been working on, such as the Rife belt, which I did take apart actually, and I had my reasons for that. Actually, I had good reasons to do that. So I disassembled that, but there's other projects that I wanted to start working on and actually start configuring things, building things up, tinkering around and whatnot, and see what I can actually make that'll, help people out. Because there's other inventions out there that have helped a lot of people in their own individual way, thanks to some wonderful people out there, such as Tony Pontalesco and many others, even Mike Shabala and so many more. Not just them. There's other people out there who have created things just from common items, and their ability has actually been able to screw up and be able to get in the way of this multi-billion-dollar program that seeks to poison and program everybody with its technology and all that consistent of it. Well, all that consists within it, I guess. Anyway, I think I've messed around enough. Let's get started, shall we?
Focus. There are no Shinra troops on this train. Understood?
Hello to you, too! Soldier second class, Zach, on the job!
Train Mark 93-2 rerouted to Sector 1 station near Mako Reactor 1. Proceed to mission phase and change surveillance.
Zach speaking.
Making progress, Zach?
What's going on, Aunt Jill? Why are we fighting Shinra troops?
They're Wutai troops in disguise. Now, head to the open area above.
Towards Sector 8.
Yes, but first you have to clear a path.
Clear a path?
You'll see what I mean. Be careful.
So I can cut loose, right?
Use some discretion.
It's showtime.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Not too bad.
Piece of cake. I'll make first in no time.
Go up the stairs at the end of the platform.
You got it.
Activating combat mode. Modulating phase. Power surge.
Prove your honor to me.
I got it.
Modulating phase. Power surge.
Here we go. Go, go, go!
showing your back to the enemy. Overconfidence will destroy you.
What is this? Damn it. You're not the only hero.
It's over. Impossible.
Thanks, Angel.
Training's over.
Why? You serious? I was just getting warmed up.
Zach. Embrace your dreams.
Huh?
If you want to be a hero, you need to have dreams. And honor.
Hey, Zach. You seem a little on edge.
Can you blame me? All this training and no assignments, like they're hanging me out to dry. You must be pretty busy with everyone off base.
Off base? Wait, haven't you heard? There's been a mass desertion at Soldier.
Alright. So, most of you notice that I do some playthroughs of video games on this channel, but the thing is I have yet to beat them. I actually want to start using those in my live stream, when I start doing live streams, I'll just use it then for whatever, right? So I'll do that, and at least that way, people have to be in the chat, and the chat section of the live, as well as having something to do. Once I get that better equipment to do so. I probably will do a few more Metal Gear Solid videos, but stuff like this is not all that important. But, of course, you know, coming up with many different methods, finding out loopholes in order to break us free of this system and this program that seeks to, you know, program all of us into whatever the hell it wants, basically. Which, of course, every single one of us rejects it. But again, I can't speak for everybody here, because in the end, everybody has their interests, and everybody has different things that they seek out to do. Just as well as they're going to be, TIs watching this channel, there's going to be people who are non-TIs watching it as well. There's going to be people out there even who have no idea that this program exists until, they see all the documentation, all the patent codes and whatnot for all of the stuff that exists, and then the very testimonies of the people around. There's no way in hell that they can actually just sit there, come out with and say, hey, we got brains interface technology and stuff, right? We're able to actually project stuff out from people's minds onto the television screen. We have tech that can literally deal with all of this stuff. All of this VR mess, all of this stuff that's just pushing it closer by relying on man's interest in the entertainment industries of technology. And you see, that's what the enemy is using. They're using the entertainment industry as a method to try to coax and, trick people into going through that door that leads down that hole of transhumanism. There'll be small points from time to time, but it all points to the same goal. They target things that you like to destroy you. It's just been the same old game they've been playing for quite some time, and it's nothing new. Quite many of us have seen a lot of these tricks that they have played off so much. They'll even go off and just use just about anybody you can think of in order to gaslight you, going to many different methods. I've learned to also be careful because they will also try to rely on certain things that as a method to gaslight someone else. And when I see exactly what they're trying to do, I see what it is. It's not to gaslight me, it's to trick me to bring that specific something to someone else's attention in order to gaslight them. But at the same time, the other person's not in any danger. It doesn't pose any threat to them, but it's meant to destroy the peace of that other individual. I've noticed that. I've noticed many different tactics that these perpetrators will use, and in the end, man, it doesn't matter how you look at it. These celebrities, they're not your friend, dude. They're not. They're puppets. They're puppets. The politicians are puppets. The police force are puppets. These gang stalkers, these provocateurs are all puppets, and they do all of this stuff for petty gain. And that's just the bottom line. They try to laugh at us, and they try to come up with many different methods to talk a big game, but in the end,
Zach, it's good to finally meet face to face. Lazard, director of Soldier.
Hey,
On to business. Soldier First Class Genesis. A month ago, he went missing during a mission in Wutai. Know anything about this?
not a clue.
The mission is currently stuck in limbo. That's why we've decided to send you.
To Wutai?
Yes. This war has gone on long enough. I've recommended you for first.
Angel! Oh, I love you, man! Angel!
Don't make me regret this, Zach.
Sir.
Once you're packed, you'll leave at once.
Alright. At the end of it all, most of these individuals who do all of this stuff, whether it's for petty gain or just reparations or clout, whatever anybody call it, right? In the end, we must always remember this. These electronics that exist out there, all of this stuff, whether it's cars, clothes, any of these things, this collateral mess, all of it is nothing more than a means to an end. It can be destroyed just as well as it was created. Sure, these things do, come in handy for passing the time, of course. But the real trick of it is that it's meant to grasp you. It's meant to entrap you. The reason why, they call it the net, they call it the web, but there's always something sinister behind just about everything that they have ever branded or named. For instance, like the individuals who who are being called the elites. The thing is, no, they're not elite. In the end, these are just individuals who are basically born into this world, no different than anybody else. Same as the gaslighters, same as the gang stalkers. People who basically, are just pent up, get into a group, and tend to play off as being a lot more powerful than they actually are. It's no different than people who try to play God when they have the access to the technology to basically, to actually pull off a convincing stunt. Now, I cannot remember the specifics of this, but it was dealing with an event with these soldiers, and they were using voice of God technology, the whole voice to skull situation. They were using that, and apparently they were able to talk all these soldiers into just dropping their guns. They didn't even have to fight them because they were pretending to be. Now, the actual God, entity, whatever this part of the religion is, it was referred to as Allah. So I think it's Muslim. It was Muslims. I'm not certain about it, but I suspect that's what they were doing, and that it was dealing with the war, or either a potential war that was going on, or a possible one that would have broken out a long time ago. Once again, though, I can't remember the specifics of that. But one thing we must understand about all of this, they look for ways to innocize all of this technology, even though the methods that they've used to get progress from it are extremely, extremely unethical and extremely criminal. This has been brought up to its current level due with many deaths. Not just many deaths, but many damages being done to original individuals around the world, as well as in many different countries around the world too. Now, this could also refer to, the reason why I'm saying it that way is because this could also involve individuals who are not even in any countries. There are some remote spots that don't even, that exist in the outskirts of areas, but heck, there's even there's actually a tribe out there that has never, ever, had anything to do with, with today's current civilization at all, man. Now, this may be enough to topic, but that tribe 10 actually is, I think it may be a cannibalist tribe. I can't remember. It was something they were talking about on the History Channel or whatever. People did try to approach it, try to figure out what was going on with them. They sent a chopper out there, but people were attacking the damn chopper with spears. Can't get nowhere near it at all. Now, the whole cannibalist bit, I could be mistaken about that, so let's just for the record of that. I know that's a very grim topic, but
Activating combat mode.
Got him! Got him!
Conflict resolved.
look at many different factors here dealing with a lot of different structures. There's a group of individuals out there. There is doing all sorts of twisted and diabolical things. But the individuals I'm speaking of are people or individuals who have never ever had their names released or their actual images ever shown. No one most likely who probably would ever know has never even seen these people. Why? Because they go to great lengths to hide. They don't ever want to be seen. You will never see them on a TV screen. You will never see them on any outlet of social media. You will never see them anywhere on any of these platforms. Think about it. If someone is clearly doing stuff like this and they have that much influence, of course, the reason why they have so much power is because they don't want to be known. They don't want people to know who they are. They don't want people to know where they live. They don't want nobody to know any of the inner workings of the thing. They go to great lengths to prevent that. And I'm pretty certain anybody who is ever dangerously close to finding out who they are or what they are, you best pay attention to a lot of the things that go around that individual who poses that potential threat to them of what's going on. I don't know, dealing with one particular individual, he mentioned, I can't remember the guy's name, but he did mention someone, and this is dealing with Hollywood, though. And it was dealing with like a specific unusual weird party that they had in one of his houses, and it was just a bunch of weird stuff going on, right? Now, this guy actually dropped a name down on someone who was in that party, and this was like the actual dark area, that real dark area of Hollywood, where all that unsaid stuff goes on. A lot of things that happen that, just like the whole old saying goes, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, it's very, very messed up, man. This technology has made its way all throughout Hollywood, all throughout many different platforms of music, and not even just Hollywood, but even in the news, places like that, and the list just goes on. No matter how you look at it, it's like this whole structure of all of this stuff, it's just out there meant to just control and blind people, keeping people focused on something to be distracted while all this mess is happening. I can't imagine how the elderly are doing out there, man, in these damn nursing homes, especially with all this mess going on. Oh, great. I knew I forgot something. I got caught in the moment. People are starting to realize and find out about the whole technology being infused with certain monitors, such as the plasma screens. And if you research more into that, you'll find out that that's dealing with a lot of this technology that's meant to... Oh, wow.
I'll be joining you as well. I'm counting on you.
Sir!
By the way, what is your dream? To become first? Is it?
No. To become a hero.
Ah, good. Unattainable dreams are the best kind.
Thanks.
Okay. Basically, people need to start questioning technology is what I'm getting at. Stuff that they're bringing out is starting to be way too addictive, even for people's own good. People get, there's, you know, so much going on, but then people are hyped up the next video, either the next video game that's coming out or the next system that's dropping. But very, very few question the actual consistencies of what that technology contains. You know that the whole 5G tech is dealing with a lot of military-grade weaponry and all this. And it's mostly because, well, the information is out there. You could look over this up if you want and find all of it. But at the same time, if you are in a position of a profession of any kind, you shouldn't be relying on any type of studies like that unless only what you've learned through the courses of the schooling that you went through of your actual occupation. But of course, that's usually how it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be like that. But the medical industry is actually starting to show how corruptive it is. Dude, they went and cried to Congress because of how badly they were being sued because of vaccinations years ago. They didn't want to be sued for their vaccinations that they were trying to say, you need it, 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 you need it. And it's like, why is nobody looking at this shit from the past that they have been responsible for so many damn deaths because of the crap they were implementing? I mean, come on, man. Like, dude, are we just gonna ignore that? Are we gonna ignore all that stuff that happened in the past like that? Because that should at least be as an example that some people up in these industries just can't be trusted. But it goes farther than that. People are so addicted. And it's not
Activating combat mode.
It's not collateral. It's a test. People strive to do these petty things.
Conflict resolved.
For petty gain. Oh, okay, good. For petty gain, and I've noticed a trend through peer pressure, and I've talked about this before, but you see, for example, right? Someone goes off and buys a pair of shoes. Like, they go for the pair of shoes that's the most favorable of their peers. They do this. Why? Because it isn't about the shoes. It's about the attention. I realized this because of the scripted language with peer pressure. You're wearing Skechers, you're supposed to be a lame, right? Oh, you're wearing lugs, you're supposed to be a lame. Maybe I don't want to spend a whole bunch of damn money, over $100 freaking bucks for a damn pair of shoes like some idiot. And if I ever do spend that much money for a pair of shoes of any kind, it's going to be because that it's just something that I want for me, not just for some idiot's opinion of me. You see where I'm getting at? People are out there just throwing funds away just for that. Just for freaking recognition that may or may not even be legitimate. They'll literally throw away like that much money just to get a good compliment for somebody. Or even guys will do the same thing too. Women as well. And you want to know something else? It gets even worse. People have been jumping individuals for shit like this. If they got a nice pair of shoes, if they're in the wrong part of the neighborhood, they get jumped for a pair of freaking shoes. A pair of freaking shoes that are not even worth as much as they were paid for, man. A person could be even having a nice watch walking down the street and they get attacked for it. But the watch may or may not even be real.
Activating combat
It
mode.
just looks nice.
Yeah.
Now a person goes out and commits a
Later.
Conflict resolved.
a serious offense for something that's not even worth anything. But it ain't the fact that
Activating
the
combat
actual
mode.
item they tried to steal. It's the fact that they went out of their way to hurt somebody. It's the fact that they actually chose
Yeah.
out
Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
to push them into the act of harming another person. What is up with
Activating combat mode.
Like seriously, what is up with that? That people would attack or even go as far as even kill
Oh yeah.
Conflict
people. And yes,
resolved.
this has happened. People have been murdered for petty gain. And the more I look at it, the more it just stresses me out, man. It's just insane.
So Angel, what's the deal with dumb apples?
The official name is Binaural White. The trees bear fruit at random times during the year. Because of that, the townspeople affectionately call them dumb apples. The local farms had plenty of them to spare.
Oh really? So you stole them?
We were poor, Zach.
Nice excuse.
But even then, I had my honor. The largest binaural white tree grew on a wealthy man's estate. It was rumored that those apples tasted the best. But I never stole from that tree because the wealthy man's son was my friend.
If he was a friend, you should have just asked for some.
Honor can be quite a burden at times.
And what exactly does this have to do with me?
No story is not worth hearing.
What? That's it? Yeah, well, thanks a lot.
I've seen a lot of corruption, man, and it's just like it never gets old. But let's just make one thing clear. It's never been about race. It's never been. Anybody who would try to actually make that judgment call, I call bullshit, because there are people, let me tell you something. There are people out there of just about every of every race that has every variation of scumbags, okay? There are people, I don't know if I think it's China. Did you know that there are actual people out there literally trying to commit insurance fraud? They will literally leap in front of someone's fucking car to try to claim that they freaking caused an accident. No joke. Shit like this has been happening, and it's like these people are serious. These people are really trying to either, really try to screw someone else over, but at the same time, they're doing it at the cost of hurting themselves. Come on, man. That ain't bad enough. I've seen people who look no different than me judge individuals based off what they wear. And it's like it's like the mentality of the generation has just been twisted in a narrative that just doesn't make any sense. People, well, it's just so far dumb, man. To put this in a clearer perspective, and just for the record, I don't give a damn whether anybody is actually like this or not. I could care less. The only thing I say is at least be true to yourself, okay? And always be true to yourself. People will call other individuals, calling them, gay or homosexual or anything like that, right? Any of these variations, they will call them that based off an interest that has nothing to do with sexuality. At all. Nothing. And the reason why they make that connection, I don't know why, man. I don't know why. They'll make that connection off of just about any possible thing, saying, "Oh, it's because of this. Oh, it's because of that." It's never about. It's never even about just going up, asking the person, "Is this what that is?" I've never seen any of these people do that shit. I've never seen it. I never see it at all. And in the end, they just make that assumption. I'm speaking out for people who go through this shit on a daily basis because I kind of get where you're coming from. That shit gets annoying. It does. If that ain't bad enough, there's a little bit more to a lot of this mess than that too. A lot more. Now, for me, I love women and I'm always gonna love women. That's my primary interest is the opposite sex, okay? I don't give a damn. I don't want to have. I don't care what anybody else is interested in. That's just you. That's just you. I believe everybody should have the right to choose, what their actual interest in. I don't believe it's fair to people when you got individuals out there doing a lot, doing all of this immoral shit. Pardon my language, but I think this is more than appropriate for the situation. I don't think it's right when you got people putting hormone altering stuff in food or in beverages. I don't think it's right when you got people polluting the sky with this stuff that's with these frequencies being beamed around, altering a person's personality, altering a person's line of thinking, altering the way a person how they feel, what they think, and then putting even you misusing and abusing technology to basically try to convert someone into something completely different other than the way that they naturally were up at. And in most cases, even now, some of the people's upbringing isn't even the best. It really isn't. There's some people, it's hopeful for some, but it's pretty horrifying for some as well. Or should I just say others?
B unit will set off an explosion. That's our cue.
The diversion will allow us to infiltrate.
Right. I'll set the bomb inside the fortress. You'll charge the front gate and...
And?
Indulge yourself.
You got it. That's what I do best. Come on, B unit. I've never actually seen you use that. Don't you think it's sort of a waste?
Use brings about wear, tear, and rust. And that's a real waste.
You're serious, aren't you?
Yeah. I can be pretty cheap.
Yeah, no kidding.
Begin mission.
Another thing I need to also bring up in the midst of this, part of the conversation here. And I believe there's other people who knows exactly what it is.
Activating combat mode.
You ever been in a situation where you're not, you're single, but you're not looking for a relationship, you're not actually trying to get involved in anything, right? And I'm not talking about being, while you're talking with them, I'm talking about in general, right? And then it could be your family, it could be your friends, and it's like people just feel the need to just push you into a relationship. I've had similar experiences like this with my family before, to where all of a sudden it's like, oh, you need to get in a relationship, here's the thing, it's not like I wouldn't get in a relationship, but I feel as if people are not trying to let you have the right to choose exactly when you feel most comfortable with getting involved. first off, it's my life. And this is the same thing that applies to everyone else. It's your life too. It's your life. Your decision. People will try to impose saying you need to just open the door and let a person in. The thing is that as an individual of your own, and you being the bearer of your own life and your own life choices, that is your choice. If someone has interest in you, that's one thing. But it doesn't mean you have to just jump into anything. It doesn't even matter what circumstances. A relationship is not something that a person has to be in. I believe that, when it comes to the situation, both people should be consent. It has to be in a matter of both people being consentful of it. But, the morality of all of this stuff is just deteriorated over the years. All of a sudden now it's just like you just need the consent of the woman, but the consent of the guy just doesn't.
Activating combat mode.
Is validated as the consent. It's just the way that it's known that people have treated it. I'm not trying to shun it. I'm not trying to guilt trip anyone. I'm just saying this is a real thing. And then there's other similarity situations just like this, but it's basically in reverse. But it doesn't. In the end, who's actually really suffering from all of this?
Activating combat mode.
Because of all this stuff being out of just being screwed up the way that it is, they are the ones who are mostly affected.
Conflict resolved.
But I still love women. I still do. I'm not gonna go out of my way kissing someone's ass. I'm not gonna go out of my way and just allow myself to be treated like that. No. Because I love them. And I have self-respect for myself. As well as everybody else should have self-respect for themselves. But there are people out there who really lack that. And
activating combat mode.
They act as if like it's a normal thing, or as if it's okay. And I'm saying like if you want to be a certain kind of way, that's fine.
Conflict resolved.
But don't let yourself be used. Don't do that, because then that's
activating combat
not
mode.
You being yourself. That's just you being comfortable being used at your literally at your own expense. And I really do mean at your own expense.
Conflict resolved.
I've seen scenarios like this happen before, where people would just cater to a person, and I'm telling you, they will just go above and away for just doing all this unnecessary stuff.
Activating combat mode.
Now, that's not to say that everyone's like that, no. There are also people out there who just genuinely care just for other individuals just like that, and they're willing to help out. They're not gonna go
conflict resolved.
too far, but they'll do just enough that's at least reasonable to help people out, which is understandable. Relationship as a target individual,
combat mode.
I honestly can only give this speculation of example, not a legitimate example, because I have never been in a relationship with the opposite sex of someone who isn't who I am. I've been in a relationship before, but not with someone who is also a target individual as well. So I don't even know what that experience even is, but I can pretty much take a good guess of the situation.
Conflict resolved.
The perk's trying to manipulate me, obviously they're going to try to manipulate her. They're going to try to twist the situation to where it seems like I'm gaslighting her, and they're going to try to twist the situation to where it seems like she's gaslighting me, in order to basically destroy the relationship altogether. I believe stuff like this has happened, and it caused some people to break off. It's not like they probably didn't. It's not like they wanted this situation to happen, but it was just too overwhelming. They just they know they can
Activating
expect
combat
stuff that's
mode.
going within the record, but it's very complicated dealing with the situation with someone you're living with, right? Especially someone who's supposed to be like your life partner.
Modulating phase.
Now, even a life partner doesn't necessarily have to be married to. It's not a necessity.
Power surge.
If you love someone and you want to be with them, be with them. It's just that simple. If you have feelings for someone, just tell them.
Conflict resolved.
And I say this for good reason because I've had a situation where a guy asked me about a family member where he felt the need to actually show off for a woman while he was already seeing a woman. So whatever recognition, I don't know what it is with people like this, whether it's a superiority thing, whether it's, when they try to prove their superiority, but the thing is, don't you deteriorate your own, and also not just deteriorate, but also bring question to your, if you feel like you're superior, why do you have to go out of your way to prove it? Shouldn't it just be a fact on its own? If a person has to go out of their way to prove it, right? Doesn't it necessarily mean that before they can, even make the attempt to be accepting it, doesn't mean that the status is not there. But if we pay attention to how today's standards, you see like a lot of people put this stuff in a lot of idiotic methods. Oh wow, we got a woman number. Wow, and that's a massive accomplishment. Oh, you got like that's a massive accomplishment. What, you want a cookie?
Activating combat
People
mode.
have made it with the opposite sex for many generations. But people
Conflict resolved.
are acting as if like it's a massive, like they just breed it with somebody but they didn't have a baby. But they're acting like it's such a massive accomplishment and they just brag about it. And I'm just like, it's not that serious, man. It's not that serious at all. What makes it worse is that if you find yourself in a situation where you're going to school individuals like this, unless you actually filter yourself from that and also condition yourself to not accept any of that stuff as on the regular, then you'll be
Activating
fine.
combat
But
mode.
that behavior tends to be infectious from my experience.
Got him.
Conflict resolved.
Even with all of this said, there are people out there who just intentionally do these things just to
Activating combat mode.
There are guys out there who do idiotic stuff like that just to get in. Dude, come on, this stuff is crazy, man.
Conflict resolved.
Now, in records to what I've previously was talking about, like I said, how people would just call someone, like a homosexual or whatever over something idiotic. Now, there are variational things that actually do play a part in this, and to some people, and this is what I'm talking about with the reverse phase too. Now, some people will go out of their way doing various things that, well, it's supposed to signify that that person's like that. Now, this shouldn't be anything new to anybody, but there was a pandemic that's probably still going on, and it's known as SAG. Why guys started doing this? Well, a lot of people who knew about it because they were close to the area to at least know where it originated from, or at least so they think. The thing about this is the whole sagging situation is dating back a lot farther back than people know, and that's dealing with homosexuality. Whether they want to accept it or not, don't know. But at the same time, you know, it's the reverse phase though, because I'm gonna tell you something else that is also in reparations with this, and that also is similar. It's quite similar. You see, there are guys out there who don't want to, you know, they will say that they're not like that, but they will still sag for whatever stupid reason. Why? Because it's some stupid fashion statement. Are people gonna? So, for instance, if you know, if people said, "Oh, well, like if you wear clown makeup and whatnot, right? Like all that stuff," then it'll be, you know, it's a fad. It's a freaking fashion statement, and like, are they gonna follow that shit too? Like in the same situation? Now, the thing about this is, guys are sagging out there, but they don't call themselves homosexuals, right? They're interested in women, but the thing is that very act dates back to actually dealing with homosexuality. It does. Now, for the women's situation, there are women out there who claim that they're not loose out there. I'm gonna say loose or whatever. I'm not gonna be, you know, disrespectful in any way, just so that they don't get pissed off at me, because there are some women who probably will get like that if I did start really talking about it, just about any kind of way. But it's dealing with the situation where there'll be women out there who are wearing very, very revealing stuff, and I'm telling you, like, it's just stuff that's intentionally revealing various portions, and but at the same time, they get a certain kind of way when the guy is looking. He's, you know, he just likes what he sees, but it's natural for the guy. It's in his instincts. It's natural. If you didn't like it, why are you know you may, it's not to call you a whore, it's not to call a woman a whore, but I mean, you're getting you're getting a certain kind of way when you know when guys are looking at you. But you see, it's not easy to explain this, but at this, you know, there's a way to explain this quite easily. But the thing is that, like, you see, they'll be dressed into these skimpy little outfits, and I'm talking about, like, since, for instance, the booty short, the leggings, the actual leggings. People wear leggings just, you know, women out there will wear leggings just to show off their asses and stuff like that. Some women will wear a very revealing top just to show off the cleavage, and this could be in between or just overhead. And I'm telling you, like, it's just gotten like that. It has. It really has. So I'm being fair here. I've already announced the situation with the guys and dealing with this, and now I'm announcing the situation with the females. So I'm being as fair as I can be. Okay? I am. But, oh no. Can't do anything else with that. Okay. But it's just a situation like it. You see, like, you know, the women, they don't refer themselves as whores, but at the same time, like, they dress in skimpy outfits that show off a lot of bare skin, that show off a lot of curves. And of course, I have no problem with that. I mean, I'm gonna like that too. I'm like, God, I love stuff like that. But the thing is that there's the issues that come involved with that. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people out there who don't know how to keep their hands to themselves, because there are people out there like that. But at the same time, there are people who will, you know, who will just look with their eyes but be respectful. But even they get ridiculed just for looking, just for simply looking. Now, in regards to other situations, as far as the relationships that I have been in, as far as I know, well, the last one I'd say was good, but the only problem was different states. Didn't work out, but it would have maybe if we lived a bit closer. Now, the one before that was a complete mess. A complete mess. I got accused of cheating almost every freaking day, even though I wasn't associating with any body, and any potential female that would have been in that, that would have been actually would make sense for something like that. It's not to say I didn't have female friends, because I did, but they're not people that I would actually get sexual favors from at all, actually. But I was being faithful. I didn't cheat, never did. And I did whatever I could to actually, help her out, and I actually played the part of a secondary parent to the kids she had. I did. I was giving him an allowance when the father wasn't around to do it, and he was basically, just screwing off the whole false promises thing, and then he just gets himself caught up in a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not dropping no names down out of, just out of respect for the situation. Not respect for what she did, but just respect, just so that, like, it's just, I mean, she's got her own problems to deal with, as well as her kids, as well as her family, whatever. So that stuff is in the past. But it's just a prime example, I mean, you go out, you're a guy, you go out basically doing as much as you can, but then you find out that the youngest son's basically supposed to be at the biological father's house. He comes up missing, whoever, running off somewhere, don't know where the hell he's at. You out there literally with her oldest son, who you prevented from even going to the juvenile detention center that very same night. And it's to the point to where, like, you had to see that kid strapped in the back of a fucking squad car because they acted out even when you gave them 3 strikes. You were being as fair as you possibly could be. You gave them 3 strikes. You told them, you fuck up those 3 times, don't even look for an allowance. And they still look for it, only to get told no when it was pretty obvious what was going to happen. Now, in regards to this, the solution, the oldest son, his solution for this is just, well, just assault one of his former friends for money and think that it's a joke. No, that's not a joke, man. That's not funny. None of that is funny. If I wasn't even there, like, he probably would have been hauled straight off to the juvenile detention center that very night. So I take responsibility of watching over him, for the situation. And we're out there, both me and him, out there looking for his brother. We're going throughout the whole entire town trying to find him. All the while, we make our way to the father's place. Turns out the kid isn't there, but then we found him in another place, and then all of a sudden, the woman I'm supposed to be dating pulls up in a vehicle that's not hers, an unrecognizable vehicle, talking about she's going to go visit her parents. Mind you, the kids don't have school this day. So it doesn't make sense. You got 2 days on the weekend off. You're going up there claiming you're going to go visit your family. Why not take the kids too? Maybe they want to visit their grandparents, Maybe they want to do that. But, she owns a car, but she pulls up in some other type of vehicle. Does that make any sense? Because it doesn't to me. It really doesn't. Now keep in mind, before this situation, I kept getting accused of cheating every day, and I wasn't doing shit. I wasn't doing anything. I was faithful as can be. Then that happens, and then another situation happens to where, like, because of how reckless her kids are, it got to a point, like, and you see, that's a very complicated situation there. It is. Because, like, it's only, you can't, if it's your own kids, of course you can discipline them, but the problem is that people, when they see shit like that, they see that as, if when it comes to discipline, they see that as someone just beating, just literally just abusing their kids. That's literally the very thought that's going through their minds when they see shit like that. And I speak the truth for what it is, because that's exactly how they see it. It doesn't mean that the person who's issuing the discipline is trying to be an asshole, or is trying to hurt anybody, or cause any type of any type of harm at all. Not to say that there are not people out there like that, because there probably most likely is. But the thing is that, like, that's a complicated step right there. It is. So when it comes to a situation like that, like, how I don't even see how that's supposed to progress, or even I just don't. I really don't. So let's say a person's kid basically, busted every window in the house, or or in a place, and they got the whole family evicted because of that reckless actions of the kid. Is the kid not supposed to receive an ass whooping for that? I mean, come on, like, I just don't know what to say about it, and I just don't know. And what if the mother's absent and can't basically issue out the discipline? Now, I'm not saying that this is the situation that happened there. No. Now, I never ever raised my hand to any of those kids. Never did. But I'm gonna tell you something. And this is a very dangerous situation too. Those kids were so reckless and they messed around way too much. They did. I don't give a fuck how old a kid thinks they are. They should never ever go out of their way trying to hit on an adult, as if like they're trying, as if they're actually trying to induce harm, or even kid around like that. Because there are people out there who, there are people out there who do not think rationally. They don't. And there are people who don't even, who basically get themselves screwed up so much that they don't even know right. They can't even process the right from wrong half the time. For me, man, I don't even want to bring my own out here, because, like, I just, not in this fucked up generation right now. And it's not to say that, that there are, the whole generation's just completely effed up. No, no, no. There are good people out there. A lot of us are proof of that. The only problem is that you got these assholes who want to program us every freaking day for whatever it is that they're out for, and they just want to get, they want to profitize off this bullshit that they're implementing. And it's like, people, wake the fuck up. Individuals are out there telling you they're being experimented on. They're telling you this. They're telling you that all this technology that's dealing with brain interface, all of this stuff that's dealing with hypnosis, all of this direct energy, manipulation, the chatterbox mess that's going on, all of this stuff. People are telling you this stuff exists and it's happening. Science, there are some scientists out there that said the same shit, as well as some doctors, whistleblowers, you name it. Even some former police have whistleblowed about this. But people still want to blow the stuff off as if it's just nothing but steam. And it's like, and it's not to say that there aren't people waking the hell up. There are. But it's like, dude, what the fuck is it going to take? Seriously. What the hell is it going to take? And it's like, as soon as people start to wake up, they go back, some of them just go right back to sleep. And I'm beginning to wonder if that's manipulation itself. I'm starting to wonder about that, but I'm getting off track of the original story that I was telling you all. So inevitably, we do find the young one at the end of that night. But at the end of all of that, dude, this is what happened. I prevented her older son from going to juvenile detention center from some stupid shit he did, and I told them, I freaking told them, don't fuck around, because you're not gonna get an allowance if you do. He go up there and assault one of his freaking friends like that for money, man. That's just, dude, no. Just no. That happens, and after I busted my ass, and it took me all the way to 12 o'clock to find that damn kid. It took me 12 o'clock midnight to find him. And this whole thing started around what, like 8, maybe 7:30 in the evening? So after all this shit gets cleared on the way, and we finally got him, and all of this stuff finally came to an end, right? We're all, both me and her and the oldest one are up in that car that's not hers. And she has the gall to go up and say, none of this wouldn't happen if someone would have just gave him his effing allowance. Man, people are real lucky I'm a rational thinking person. I don't act out and I don't do idiotic stuff that I know that I'm going to regret later like that. No, I refuse to allow myself to be a puppet in that aspect. I just told myself, you know something, man, I need to go out, have a good time, and I need to think this stuff over. And that's when I just decided, you know what? Let's just go over to the recent, the most closest diner, restaurant, and just have a good time because too much bad news had happened. But in all the while that was going on, I told myself, you know what? I got to get out of that relationship because that's just too damn toxic. That's too toxic. And I tried, dude. I really fucking tried in that one. I did. Now, the one that I was in before that, the relationship that I was in before that one, that was dealing with an old high school buddy of mine. And the thing about that is that like it's not that it wasn't that his sister wasn't hot, she was, but dude, she just got into an argument with the guy she was dating recently, the same damn day, and all of a sudden her friend, and I don't not her I think even her damn brother, the guy who I went to high school with, they're going like, hey man, date my sister, date my sister. I'm like, dude, she just got out of a fucking relationship. No. And I knew like something that this doesn't seem right, like, because in the end, you only recently just broke up with somebody. That's not like enough time to really enough time to get over the person. And if you did get over a person in that short amount of time, that just means you never gave a fuck about them, and at the beginning. And that's even more of a red flag, because how am I not know is that I'm gonna be treated the same way. It'll just basically be me working up into something that's not even gonna be legitimate or not even gonna be worth it. And it's no different than just being used as a effing status symbol just so someone can say that they have a relationship partner. And I'm like, no. No, I refuse, man. It is like people just try to emphasize using people like that. And I don't know, I don't understand why they do that, but they do. I'm not interested in having bragging rights for a damn relationship. Sex is not that damn important to me. It isn't. A relationship is not that damn important to me. It may seem, sad or cruel for me to say this, but if you understood where I'm coming from, then you know. But most of you do. Most of all of you who are TIs out there, because you've experienced it yourself in some way, shape, or form. You've had your own family members turn against you. You've had your own kin turn against you. And you've been through all of that. You know how bad that stuff can get. But there are people out there who have no idea. None.
Activating
Director Lizard! Are you watching? Gotta move! No time to play!
That's one more you owe me. You lost your focus.
Yeah. Oh, sorry if your sword got any wear, tear, or rust on it.
You're a little more important than my sword. But just a little. Huh.
Thanks.
Now then, despite all of what I've mentioned, we need to always remember this. No matter how many conflicts or no matter how many issues exist out there, the real enemy has always sought to do the very same thing time and time again. Destroy the families. Whether you're a MGTOW or whether you're a feminist, the question still remains. Doesn't it seem quite... Is anyone else curious to how, like, you know, these individuals who seek to destroy the family so much with their manipulation of the court systems, you know, and in the end, both, it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a female, even if someone's being paid off, both sides still lose because it's just the way that the generation is deteriorating as a result of that mentality. It's the result of that greed. It's the result of just that. And at the end, both sides are deteriorating from this. More guys become incarcerated due to child support situations, as well as more kids grow up, whether you're a boy or a girl, growing up without their fathers, because they can't afford to make those payments. They can't afford to keep up with that stuff. It's not saying everyone is like that, but there are circumstances like that. And then, if you want to really look at how all this stuff is, dealing out, it starts to refer into trafficking. Trafficking of just people in general, to profit off of them, to squeeze every single ounce of revenue that they could possibly make at all, to where they're just left with, an unlivable amount. And I'm telling you, there have been circumstances like this. Me, I made it a point not to have children, but at the same time, it's not that I wouldn't basically have my children buried into this world. It's just the fact that the matter is that there's just too much stuff out here that I just do not trust. And in the end, I know that someday soon I'm eventually gonna be, leaving this earth. When my life of this vessel that I inherit now is finished. There's gonna come a time where, where we're gonna pass on sometimes. So that's gonna happen at some point in time. And in the end, even with all I've learned, The question still remains, do I feel comfortable bringing my own into a world like this? Knowing all of what I know.
Activating combat mode.
Do I feel comfortable? But at the same time, the knowledge that I passed down, of course, will protect me. But dude, look at how far these organizations have gone, man. They turn mother against daughter, fathers against sons, sons against fathers, daughters against mothers, and vice versa. They've done so much to just destroy that because they don't want critical thinkers. They don't want people who have morals. They don't want people who have values. They don't want people who actually give a damn. They don't want a generation of people who give a damn. They want a generation of belligerent suckers, belligerent idiots who just will basically, jump, lay down, and roll over at their broken call, all for petty gain. And once again, I'll say it once more. Why should they have to pay a robot to do something when they to do something that it's programmed to do? Think about that. Think of what they're trying to do. The transhumanism thing.
And Jill! What? These guys aren't Wu-Tai troops. A summon! Who called it out?
Activating combat mode. Modulating phase. Power surge.
Here we go! Go, go, go!
Modulating phase. Conflict resolved.
Holy.
Genesis.
The missing soldier first class? They're identical.
Genesis copy.
Copy? A human copy?
Where's Angeal?
I thought he was fighting around here.
So he's gone too.
What? Wait, what does that mean?
It means Angeal has betrayed us as well.
No way! I know what kind of guy Angeal is, and he'd never do that. Angeal wouldn't betray us. Never!
You know something? Now that I really think about it, dude, TIs who ever had kids at some point, even at the situation where they don't even know that they're TIs, dude, there's a point in time where their kids have to be in the fucking hospital. Because that's where, most cases, people rarely do the whole birthing situation in houses anymore. It's mostly just going straight up to the hospital. So, now that I think about it, that's even worse. But you know something? I don't want to spout off any... That's not what I'm trying to do.
Soldier second class. Zach?
That would be me. Who is this?
Director Lazard wants to see you. Go to the briefing room.
Hey, wait! Who was that? Any word on Angeal?
He hasn't contacted his family either.
So what's this about?
A new assignment. I want you to go to the hometown of our missing soldier first class, Genesis.
Huh?
According to the parents, they've had no contact with Genesis whatsoever. But they can't be trusted.
Why?
They're his family. I had already dispatched some staff, but we've lost contact. I want you to go and investigate. He will go with you.
Son of the Turks.
This job is looking really gloomy.
Let me know when you're ready to go.
The thing is, I'm not trying to spout off fear, just awareness. But you know something? If these bastards are sitting there trying to twist it, this whole structure of humanity in a way to where it is destroying the families, then I like to believe it's up to us to put a stop to it. No one should have to be, have to go through life. Everyone should have at least a decent childhood, a decent upbringing. Everyone should. After all, that is what consists on what determines on how a person, becomes when they get older. But when you got events to where it's, where they're just programming people from the start, now you're tampering with stuff that was never meant to be tampered with. I don't believe God ever meant for any of this stuff, this manipulation. And I've heard this from even various targeted individuals saying the same thing. God never meant for any of this to happen to us. But we gotta be careful even when it comes to religion. It's manipulation in that too. The enemy uses any and everything in order to twist the minds of people it's interested in. It is insane at the amount of level and the amount of determination that it has in order to just try to destroy people out there. It's inhumanly obsessive, basically.
to go?
A routine job, right? No sweat.
I wonder. Originally, Sephiroth was assigned to this mission. That means it's a top priority matter. Be alert, or you'll fail.
And Sephiroth?
Refusing to go, apparently.
Oh, what is that? They spoil him too much.
Why don't you say that to his face?
No thanks.
Hang on. So, in regards to this situation, our perpetrators induce these attacks to us whenever we do various things that they don't like. There have been some TIs who have had children in the past and have had massive induced attacks as a result. I'm going to go ahead and spout off the truth. And it doesn't even have to be in variations to that. It could be just about anything. I'm going to go ahead and speak the truth and the whole truth for what it is. These assholes behind these computers, these assholes behind these technology, these stalkers, these gaslighters, whoever the fuck they are, doesn't matter. They came out of their mother's womb the same way we did. Okay? They came into this world the same freaking way we did. The exact same way. Whether some of us are spiritually enlightened beings, you know, just inheriting these husks of the flesh, these vessels of the flesh for now, until we begin our, when it's time for us to begin our ascension when our time comes. All of that, varies, and all of that, could be true. Who knows, man? There's a whole lot of history out there that's just been hidden. There's a whole lot of history out there that's been destroyed too, and reparations in order to hide, the actual true events of the past. But let me tell you something. Most of us out there, we're adults. If we want to, we can drink beer, right? If you want to drink beer, you drink beer. If you want to smoke, you want to smoke. You want to watch an R-rated or X-rated movie, whatever the fuck it is, you watch it because you are grown. You're not a child. But these perpetrators want to fix it as if like we are kids. I hate to break, you see, I don't give a fuck how badly these bastards are twisted like that. I'm gonna break the bad news to you. We're not kids. You're not our parents. You're not God. You're just some pompous asshole who basically is overpaid and are just involved in some illegal acts. You're afraid of death just as well as anybody else is. The same thing still applies. It still does. The only difference is these individuals who do this shit to us have way more of a reason to fear death than we ever had. And it's because of what they've done. What they've done to the planet. What they've done to the people. What they've done to the environment. But, everything, man. All of the stuff that they twisted, corrupted, changed, messed around with, fucked around with, and then, it just gets worse. And it's like you think that they've already, have gone as far as where they can go, but then something else happens. It's always something else. It's always something being implemented. And in the end, whether it's just, technology being made, technology being calibrated in some sort of way. Sure, we got all these riots happening out in the middle of these towns and all of these freaking cities and stuff, but it's not happening at the DCHS fusion centers. Oh, no, they never have riots down there. And when people saying, hey, let's go and raid Area 51, it's not the fusion centers. It's not the area where they storing all of these terabytes of data from, brain interface technology of all of this synthetic telepathy, all this crap that they're doing. No one's destroying that. No one's threatening to destroy any of that. Oh, no. No, and yet that's that very foundation of where the biggest threat exists at. I mean, heck, if we're going to have a freaking riot, at least do it there. If you're going to start destroying shit, at least do it there. Because at least that's helping billions of people, man. At least that's going to help people, but no. No, no, they don't do that. No. Instead, all those people who basically who closed down their shops, how much you want to bet some of them basically cashed in the insurance money? But guess what? Some of the employees there probably didn't even see a penny of any of the money. They were forced to just get a whole nother job, just being homeless, and yet the owner got off scot-free. And it's not to say that all business owners are like that. No, that's not the case. The thing is that there's a chance that this whole situation was a massive staged event, to where people purposely had their buildings vandalized and destroyed just so they can cash in on the insurance money. And they had a legitimate reason. It was a staged, legitimate reason to get it. It was vandalized and destroyed, not from me. But then, and I remember somebody, it was dealing with New York City, and they had the gall to say, hey, we're still gonna like defund the police and everything, but we're gonna replace all of this stuff that was just damaged, but we gotta charge the taxpayers for this. The people who didn't riot, the people who weren't out in the streets breaking stuff and stealing shit. We gotta charge you guys all that money just to get this stuff repaired. But we're still gonna at least depopulate the not depopulate the well, of course they're doing that, but this bullshit they're doing, but that's not the point. It's just the whole defund the police bit that they're doing. And again, like at the same time, the police is just massively compromised in its own way. But that's not to say that not even those people are going to be out of a job. I get the feeling that this whole event, this whole stuff that's happened, I believe all of this stuff was a massive psyop to actually see who was going to act out and who was going to conform into this bullshit agenda of theirs. They wanted to know who was an easy target and who was going to be a problem. They wanted to separate the veterans from the from the ill-minded noobs. They wanted to separate people from that to see who was going to be who. And I believe that's exactly what this massive psyop was. They're saying we're going to basically make, a lot of people implementing maybe they're going to have mandatory vaccinations, right? People did their hardest to protect and get, and inform people about that. And it's sad, man, because people, with all of this recklessness, people have died because of this. And again, I'm telling you, it's not about race. It's not about the color of your skin, because there are people within every race who do their fair share of dirt, no matter how you look at it. In the end, the news is just going to show you stuff that fits their narrative, that basically fits in their perspective of whatever type of image that they were paid off to project. And it's not even the whole damn truth. They just basically run with half truths and basically throw stuff out of context. because someone else says so. It's going to be consensual to both, not just consensual on both sides, too. But it's going to be at least where, both individuals.
Logic AC.
Whether and if, when that may happen, who knows? I could very well find myself in a
Conflict resolved.
not go for it, In the end, I believe the Most High Yah
Activating combat mode.
is gonna actually do a job in the next
Conflict resolved.
I've lost count. But every attempt that they've used in that situation has failed. Because simple fact is, someone is looking to set you up, someone is looking to basically cause harm onto you. They have something to gain out of it, and in doing so, they're going to be desperate to implement it. They can't act out or, play their part without your participation. It don't work like that. And the harder they try, the more obvious
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
A Genesis copy.
Where did you hear that?
Sephiroth said it.
The technology was stolen from our scientists.
Huh?
It apparently allows Genesis's abilities and traits to be transplanted to soldier members and monsters.
Soldier and monsters, we're the same.
Didn't want to mention any of this, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you all about a lot of the things I found out in the research that I've done. There are TIs out there who had children before. There are. From what I've discovered, there were induced attacks on their unborn children. This has happened, and I do mean someone who basically is still in the womb. I'm not joking. There have been documented, events of this happening. And there, again, just as well as some of you all have been chipped. Some of you all have been poisoned, and all of this stuff. I've been poisoned. I don't know whether I'm chipped, but the thing is that, they sneak and do a lot of shit when you're young. Because in the end, you're at that fate, you're at that time, you're a bit naive, you're just, getting new, you're getting the ropes of how the world works and everything like that, but you have no idea of the existence of this technology or what it's doing. And the thing is that they prey upon people's ignorance of that. They really do. Something could happen, but your parent at the time wouldn't have any idea of the complications of the effects it would have later on in your life. They would have no idea. at all.
This is Genesis's home. His parents are wealthy landowners.
But I never stole from that tree, because the wealthy man's son was my friend.
They weren't mere acquaintances. They grew up together and were best friends.
So Genesis deserts and gets his best friend Angeal to join him. Is that it?
Sephiroth believes that's the case. There. A gravestone, still very new. Zack, go find Angeal's house. I'll check the grave.
Ugh. So Turks always do this stuff?
Someone has to do it.
Must be rough.
Don't worry. We're paid much better than you are.
No way!
But you know, even with all these complications that exist out there, all these threats, we can come up with solutions to this. Unfortunately, we can't trust people in the hospital anymore. I think that should be quite obvious to quite a lot of people. But at the same time, for those of you all out there who are chipped, we need to start coming up, getting a hold of people who actually be willing to take these things out, who are legitimate, who are willing to fight against this industry who does all this destruction upon the lives of so many. We need to have a team, a production team, able to come out and make different contraptions that can give people reprieve in their daily lives, so that we can start taking our lives back little by little until we officially give these bastards to boot and let them know that we are not products to be made and be profit off of, that we are not cattle, that we are not some meal ticket just for them to have an easier life, that we are not their slaves, that we are not their property in any way, shape, or form.
Can I help you?
Greetings, ma'am. Are you Angeal's mother? My name is Zack.
Are you Zack, the puppy?
Excuse me?
My son wrote to me once about you. 0 attention span, restless as a little puppy.
Oh, thanks, Angeal.
You're not here together with Genesis, are you?
No, I'm not. Don't worry.
What is happening with my son?
I'm not really sure.
Genesis came back here a month ago with an army of cohorts. And they proceeded to take the lives of many townspeople. Genesis, he used to be such a good boy.
Is Angeal...
He came here, but he left his sword and went off somewhere. That sword represents our family's honor.
I see. No wonder. He never uses this sword, really, ever. I'll take care of Angeal. You should go and hide somewhere.
Don't be concerned. Genesis cannot harm me.
You know something? The enemy seeks to isolate us. It depends on having equipment within our living area, our living space, in order to keep tabs on every aspect of our lives, because they're that desperate to know what's going to happen, what we're going to do. This is why they hack into literally every little thing that we do, that we use in any way, shape, or form. Now then, the thing is that, we can't, any kind of help that we would try to do, that would immediately try to destroy this tech, well, they're going to interfere with that. There's no doubt. There is no doubt. But many of you out there have all your own individual talents. All of us are good at something out there. All of us are. Houses can be built. Machines can be made. And many different things that are used in order to help many, in everyone else out in their daily lives can be used in methods to actually, create something quite wonderful. Food can be grown, as well as it can be cultivated in cooking and all of this stuff. Again, all of us have many different talents, whether it's building, construction, culinary, expertise, or even design expertise, computerized technology, you name it. All of us have our unique skills. The difference is, why haven't is ever been